Hi, I'm back. I'm Jill with Copycat Crafts by Jill. And once again, the sound gods were not on my side. In my last video, the sound quit. I cannot pinpoint it. I don't know what's going on. I have my sound on, obviously, because the videos start with sound. I do not touch my phone, and I believe in my last video it was at 9 minutes the sound went out. I have no way of knowing when the sound goes out, so I don't know what to do. I restarted my phone, I turned my phone off, and then turned it back on. I put it on plane mode and then took it off plane mode. I have not changed anything in my settings. I have no idea what's going on. And I mean, I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to keep trying to find it. I'm going to try and fix the problem, because I certainly understand no one wants to start a video with words and sound, and then minutes into it you lose all sound. How annoying and frustrating for the watcher, and I'm so sorry about that. All I can do is keep trying to fix the problem. And I even played with the idea of not posting any more videos till I could find the problem. But I really feel that anyone who has invested so far into this series would rather have me finish it, at least. And I made a prior promise that I'm really excited about, and I'd like to start that. So I just hope you can bear with me. Once I film the video and I've done the work, even if I play it back and hear that it's lost sound, if I think, well, I'll remake the video, I've already done the work, and this is the only project. I'm not doing 2 or 3 of them, so there's no way to do it over and over again. So I'm really kind of stuck, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. With all that being said, I'm just going to quickly go over what we did last time. We put these decorative bands on, and as you see, our string is still movable. I did put this together, and I did pick out stuff to put in it and use it. I did shorten the string. And let's see, I did add this piece of velcro here. So I have that. I didn't really do anything else in here because I was busy with these 2 pieces. So for this, I decided I wanted 2 pockets over here that will have the flaps. So we'll get on that. And then this I do want to put over here, and as a decoration. I don't know if we'll bother with that today. On the back, I did want to put a envelope. I did dig out some envelopes to look at and see which ones I wanted. I felt that one was a little too big. I liked that one, but again, I felt it was a little too big, so I dug out a smaller one. And even though I do like that, I think I like that one better. So I guess if you're making anything like what I'm making, just go digging through what you have, which is what I did even with these pockets. These were actually just tags. This one was like this. This was just a tag. I cut it in half, turned this one into the top, and the same with this. This was just a tag that was in my stash. Use your stash. This was a tag like this, and I cut it in half, and now that will be my flap. So there's no sense in making a million mass makes of this and mass makes of that, and then they just sit in a can somewhere. We're going to use them. Use what you have. Same with this. I had that. So I'm going to start with this. I thought I would get it to a little bit flatter area. Yes, I think I want it that way. It might be a little bit of a challenge because there's the closure on the other side. I just want these as flat pockets because there's really not a whole lot of room to be putting loads and loads of stuff in this little area. So we're just gonna keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Then I can decide where I want this. I did put a little notch, so I definitely want to be down to cover the notch, but I definitely want to give enough room here and here. So just gonna play it by ear here, because we are just going to wing it. So that we can move right along and get this put together, finished. Okay, looks good to me. Okay, so let's see if I want, okay, no measuring, everything's eyeballing it. And that's how I like it. Okay, possibly here. Looks good to me. This one is shorter, so I have to bring it down a little bit. Okay, probably halfway down the word. Yep. So I believe this is part 6. I start to confuse myself because I say the number, then if I don't post it, then when I go to the next one number, I end up saying the same number because I didn't post this one yet. But I've been trying to be really good. I've been posting a video almost every day and a half, maybe, almost. So I've been trying to be better. Okay, so I don't know what if I'm going to use a closure thing for these, or just weigh them down for a little bit so they want to lay down. Here's our little ticket area. Here's our pocket. Here's our other pocket. That looks cool. Here's our envelope. So I think, other than I do want to put this on. This does open. So it's a little envelope. However, once I glue it on, I do want to glue it. So I'm going to flip all this out. And I'll probably glue it about here. And I think what I will do is I'm going to glue here, here, and here. And then when I sit it down, I will actually also have a side pocket. So let's do that. And I want the glue pretty heavy here because this is going to be on the back and it may get, you know, a little bit more wear and tear on it. So we're going to put that right about here. Yep. And now I will also have a pocket here, but we're just going to let that dry. Let me put my glue back up. Give it one last hold. I'm going to sit it aside to dry while we start on this. Okay, so if you remember, or if you didn't watch, this will get threaded through here. So we're not, and I think, you know, for the most part this is done. We have, that's just for a little note taking. But this is what I'm going to actually use as this closure from this side. And I wanted it to have a 1/2 inch kind of spine or room anyway. And I believe that, is that it? What I wanted to show you is, I do have a decision to make. I'm not too sure. We'll get to that after we work on this part. So, I ended up finding a cutout file folder. Put that wrong. Goes like that. I believe from a kit, I think, Vibe of Vintage. Because I found 2 of them, and I ended up, I was going to use them. They look like this. Vibe of Vintage. I printed them double side, and I had 2 of these, and this was the other one. And then I decided, well, it's kind of big and I just didn't know how to work it, so I cut this off, I cut that off, and then I cut it in half, and 1/2 made one, 1/2 made the other, and that's all I did, because I want these to be flaps. But I want, where's the other one? I want these to go on, whoop, like this, and then we're going to put holes, perhaps an eyelet, maybe not an eyelet, I'm not sure about the eyelet, but I want this to be like this. So I want this here and this here in the center of this. So I believe I marked the center on this one. Doesn't have to be exact, but once you glue it on, I do want the exact to be on the bottom one and have them exactly the same. So since I'm going to be gonna move this one down, and I'll just mark them the same. That doesn't guarantee anything, because I can still get it wrong. Whoop. I mean, that's close enough, because once you go to put this on, it's a guesstimate anyhow. So I think I'm going to glue these down before I glue these on. That way, for sure, I can get them as close as possible to where I want them. And then this will get glued over here, or this one will get glued first. Doesn't really matter in what order. It's all the same. So perhaps we will glue this one down first. We want it very close to the edge, but not poking over. So let's get on that. Okay. Just smear that glue around a little bit. Okay. Pick where we want it. Kind of want to split the difference from the bottom and the top. Doesn't, again, no measuring, just guesstimating. Put that down. Okay. Now I want to glue this one in between. So making sure I got the right one. And I'm not bothered by the seeing the hinge. That doesn't bother me. If it does bother you, totally get that. You can just cut another piece after we have everything glued in, like we did for some of the others, but I'm not bothered by that for this one, so I'm not gonna fret about it. I'm just gonna move on. Oh, I rounded that edge. Oh, it was rounded. Okay. Well, nothing I can do about it now. I would have rounded the other edge, but then the other two that I already glued on, it's the only thing. It was the edge and it was already rounded. Well, give it some character. Right. Everything deserves to shine. So that will shine, shine, shine. Okay. So this will go in first. These will go on top. That's why I want these on here. But before I glue these on, I'll show you a thing. I want to glue this on. Now I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to close off the pocket, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to put it in the pocket. Just don't know. Well, anyway, I'll show you what I had in mind. Okay, so this goes here. Nope, so this has to come all the way down. Kind of would like to mark it. Okay, that's pretty close. All right, so you see how I kind of centered this between the two. That's what I want. So I'm just gonna glue this part on. Okay. At least I know where it was supposed to go. Might as well glue it all now that I pulled it off. We will glue it on. Totally. Get in there. That's right. And you come out. There we go. Yep, just on the verge. There we go. Yep. Put a little extra glue now. On there. Okay. Put that on. Okay, pretty close. Pretty close. See if I can scrooge it up a little bit. Then these, whoops, will go on here. And here, which is why I wanted to put that on first. So that's what we're going to do. I didn't want to poke any holes in anything yet, because I knew I'd be moving them. Okay. Move it over just a hair. Move it back just a hair. Okay. Okay, there we go. Glue the back on. And now I'm going to either just put a hole through, get much glue, put a hole through so that I can tie, put a little string, and I can tie that. But I want that glue to dry first, which brings me to this side. And I have a choice. I can use an envelope. Again, this was one I had in my stash. Or I could use my hidden brown paper bag pocket. It's a hidden pocket because if you look up, I don't know, probably a year and a half ago, I was making these. Once you glue them down, you pull it up and it's a hidden pocket. So I was leaning towards this just because it has some pizzazz, some panache. And I was just going to glue it in the center. I want the tab to stay in because all this is going to fit in the big one, and I don't want any issues with putting the closure on and having a tab stick out. Maybe it wouldn't stick out, maybe it would, I don't know, but so this is what it was going to be. So I think we're going with this one, definitely. Okay, so I just want to do a little extra because I'm extra. I'm just going to put a little extra because this one has been sitting in my stash for quite a while, and I think I still have 2 or 3 more. So you just, I put paper on the back because you know the bottom of these bags are Well, they're always crooked, but, you know, just on the flimsy side. So I wanted to put an extra piece of paper on the back, which I did, and that's where we're going to glue it. And we're going to glue it really sturdy. And of course, I'm going to need to swoosh it around, so I have to be on this glue. And I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anything. I was hoping to use some of the decorations that I have put aside, some of the pieces that I thought were going to be maybe used in this, but I don't know. I hate to make any video too long because if I do lose sound, no one wants to go through the torture of listening to or watching 50 minutes of silence. So and if anyone does make one of these, you may pick a totally different theme, which would be something like this would be really pretty in like a spring flowers, herbally stuff. Okay, I'll just give that an extra second here because it's kind of hard to push down on the inside. All right, let's be gentle, Jill. Be gentle. Just gonna try and make sure we rub some of that glue around. Okay. Just really getting them corners. Okay. So there it is. All right. So we're gonna just let that marinate. Then this will be like that. Put our holes in. Again, I'm not entirely sure I want to put an eyelet in. I just... I have such a... I don't want to say hate. I mean, I do want to say it, but... I do want to say hate, but... Because everyone else loves this thing, and I just... I'm not saying it. I'm just not saying it. Okay, so... I mean, I like it for holes, don't get me wrong, but anything after that... as far as setting eyelets, no. And I know there's a 80% chance it's me, 18% chance it's the cheap eyelets, and all the rest of the percentage is on this. I don't care. Like I said, this Mayan always wobbles, and I just think that's a recipe to ruin almost every eyelet I try to set. So I'm not happy with it. So I think I'm just gonna leave it with holes. I think that looks okay. I do. I think I'm just gonna... What I think I might do is... Oh, that one's on there already. I'm going to put a string here and a different string here to tie them together. That way you don't have to keep trying to thread the string through the hole. Make sense? And just trying to decide how I would like to do that. I don't know which way is the best way. If I do it this way, let me cut some of that. I think I'll just cut it in half. Do you think that'd be enough to make a tighten a bow? Hope so. 'Cause if it's not, well, then I guess we'll be cutting it off and putting a longer one on there. Let's do the bottom one. See, I'm just afraid if I do this, it won't totally hold. I mean, maybe if I could glue it, but oh, let's see. That. Then if I just glued maybe if I lifted that piece up, if I glued it like that. Let's try the other side before I can always change it. Let's do this side better. We can always change it. Is this the other half? That's not the other half, is it? Okay. There we go. Again, if anyone's interested in how to make these, I do have a video, probably a good 2 years ago. Oh joy, now I get to try and tie it. Okay, we have it. Then this, put stuff in. Okay, then this goes in. Goes in there. This one comes in down here. Oh. Okay, let's kind of get these. Whoop, I went the wrong way. Even these out a little bit. However, I do think now these get put through this. When Shabby Soul did it, she did knot hers at the bottom of her book. Okay, so now it goes through here. This one goes through here. Okay. Then she ties just gonna do mine around the center for now because I'm not doing it for good. I'm just doing it to get a feel here. Okay, let's put this back in. So that's how that would be. Then this one goes here. So let's close it. One, two, oh, well, I'd have to put the string in, so I guess we have to open it. Let's just see what it looks like, shall we? Let's see what it looks like. Gee, I'm trying to think. I mean, really, other than putting on my last closure. And then, of course, all the decorating and filling, but... Okay, now we can close this. Then this goes in here. This one goes here. So now we just do the same with this. Put a could also use thicker. You could also use thicker string. There it is. Yes, that's the back. Some pieces. Then, how did I think? I started a plan for the closure. And, oh, this is the closure actually for this. This is the closure for this. Oop. I don't know if it super needs one, but I was gonna put on a little closure with a little velcro thing, and this was gonna get glued on this side, and that's how it would look, just to keep all the pages. So I think I'll just might as well glue that on. Yep, where's my glue? Just put a little reinforcement on the inside. Whoop. Just toughen it up a little. And I trimmed the ovally, the round part off the top. I cut it straight. Not this way, about this way. And I wanted it on there pretty deep because I wanted to cover the pink hole reinforcer thing. Okay. I always stand my bottle up and then all the glue goes back down. Okay. And then this was going to get glued. Okay. Right up there. I wanted to give it just a hair of space. So I'm just thinking if I better just glue it so it's good and strong. Oh, I hope I'm in frame. Okay. All right. Let's go right about, let's see. How far I want to push it. Gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. Then just want to make sure. Oops, yep. Just want to make sure I'm making contact. Then when that's more dry, I will put a piece of Velcro there. See if I have it. Might have it a tad crooked, or my paper's crooked. Hard to tell, but that's what it's gonna be. So let's just get the Velcro. I'm using these little ones. I do have bigger ones, but for me, I always worry about the big ones. They feel like they're too strong, and that always makes me nervous because I don't want to rip. Okay, I'm gonna put the white fluffy piece on the tab part, and I want to put it a little bit down further, just making sure. Okay, I want to put it, you know, down here a little bit, not on the very end. Okay, give that a second. Okay. Oh. All right. Now, before I commit, there it is. There it is. Okay, so there it is. Let's kind of just give a quick little show of what we've accomplished today. All right, we didn't decorate the cover yet, but we put on the 2 pockets. Then we open it. We have the, oh, that's right, I wanted to lessen that. I have too much, but that's okay. We have the tickets. Put that back up, and I will definitely have to lessen that. I don't know, 3 or 4 should be fine. Let's get this out. Okay, then we have a pocket. Then we have our booklet. Please don't make me untie that, please. Then we have our journaling. It does have 2 envelopes, one in the front and the one in the back, of pages to journal on or take notes. Then we have our hidden pocket. Then we close it. And we have our folio. We do have a pocket here. We have our flip with a little pocket right here. We have our big pocket there. That opens, and we have a little pocket here. I'm not sure, but yes, I'm still in frame. We have our little pocket here. Then we have our pocket here. I can get my own fingers out of my way. We have our pocket here. We have this pocket as well. Then we have a giant pocket. And I did show you this pocket here. And close it. Then we open this. We have our pocket here. We have our big envelope here. And we have a pocket here. We close it, and then we have our pocket here, envelope rather, and there we have it. Now all I need to do is come up with our closure, which I'm not going to have anything too elaborate. Maybe just a tie. Maybe I'm done adding closures. Maybe just a tie. I was trying to. I'd have to think on it, but pretty much that's it. I don't know if you need to see any more, or if this kind of gave you a couple ideas you can take and run with. Probably once I finish decorating it, and just pack it filled with stuff, I'll do a complete flip through for everyone, and hopefully you can hear me say that. And in a day or two, I'm going to do a video where I use someone's kit. I'll do a whole video on that. So that's going to be exciting and fun because it's in a genre I have not done before. So I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed watching anyway. Okay, well, thank you for bearing with me, and stay creative. Hugs.